Hello all, this is Mr. Lucid Elger here, back with a wrestling commentary for you guys here today. Now, it's been a good few months since I've done my last one. I've just been busy with stuff and not really much to say in the professional wrestling world. This video is going to be slightly different. It's just something I want to kind of get off my mind. It's not meant to be a hateful video towards anyone, but just a few things I'd like to discuss about a certain individual. Um, I'll hopefully get to go back to doing more wrestling videos over the summer, but just wanted to say a few things about Dalyxman. Now, I first got introduced to Dalyxman, I think it was in like the fall of 2010, something like that. I can't exactly remember, but me and him were pretty tight with a group of people, Gold Standard, Stuart, and a few other people as well. And when I saw him first, I just thought he brought something different to the plate. I thought he had a lot of charisma. Um, he had a lot of views on wrestling at the time. He was creative with music and stuff. We actually did. He actually rapped a song that I and Naughty Rock Chick wrote the lyrics to, a Vince Russo rap and stuff like that a couple of years ago. So I saw a lot of potential in him, and fair enough. This guy's done really well. He's done amazingly well on his main channel. He's over 11,000 subscribers. On the secondary channel is just even phenomenal. I think it's something like 17 or 18,000 subscribers. It's really huge. He's been picked up by WWE actually. I don't know how long he's been with them, but I know he's been sending mashups to them for at least 6 months to a year and doing some really good stuff with them. I don't personally watch stuff too much on the other channel. I'm just mainly subscribed to his main channel, but um, like the title of this video, I would probably call "Where is the real Dalyxman gone?" I don't know. I think you're not seeing his full true colors. You know, maybe a year ago, 6 months to a year ago, maybe longer, me and him kind of fell out. I mean, we've gone at each other on videos before. Not necessarily, we've just done like debate videos and had like panel of judges and stuff like that. And, I really enjoy the debate videos. I'd love to do a debate video again with Dalyxman on some subjects maybe down the line, but I just feel like Dalyxman I'm not jealous of the fame. I think the fame's good. To be honest, I've been really disheartened with wrestling the past 3 or 4 years anyway. It's really hit me in the past year that I have not much interest as I used to in wrestling. I mean, I have the WWE Network and I'm trying to get back into it, but for the current product, it's very tough to kind of like certain things. It seems the same shit over and over again. I mean, I love the Wyatts, think they're a great faction, but they've lost a lot of momentum since the Cena thing, what happened where Bray Wyatt lost his last pay-per-view match. And I really love the Shield. I think the Shield is probably one of the best things I've seen in a long time from WWE. It's been booked really well, and as a friend said to me, imagine if that was in like 2000, 2001, where you could go more edgy and hardcore. That would be like up there with Evolution as one of the best stables ever. Up there with the NWO, up there with the Horsemen, up there with some of the great stables back in the day. But um, yeah, so wrestling to me, I'm very a casual fan, and like me and Dalyxman have had several conversations on Skype before. We've had several debates. We've had several discussions where it's kind of got heated at times. His friend Preston's been in the call. His former friends John and Ian Nizzle have been in calls where we've had debates and stuff. And I mean, to me, he it's funny actually. He considers me a really negative person towards wrestling, but since I've grown up in the past few years, I'm in my mid 20s now. I just see how wrestling has really declined. It's just not the same for me. I just feel like you're missing out on so many great opportunities. I mean, an example, Sheamus, 4 or 5 years ago. If you'd have built that guy up right, had him beat Triple H, and have Triple H really put the guy over, he could have been a megastar now. He's just one example. Wade Barrett is another guy. If you'd have built him up really well, a few years ago when he was feuding with John Cena and Orton and all that, he could have been a bigger star than he is now. I just feel like they've lost so many opportunities on certain guys just to have the focus mainly on Cena. Orton could have been a bigger guy, in my opinion. Edge should have been a bigger guy. Um, Chris Masters could have been a bit bigger guy. Jeff Hardy could have been a bigger guy. CM Punk was held down in his year-long title reign because of Cena hogging the main event. All this has culminated in, to me, Cena's one of the big reasons why I don't like wrestling anymore as much, but I don't hate wrestling anymore. I still like to put on something even from a few years ago, or some good matches that do appear. Like I saw a good match at the last pay per view. I thought Cesaro and Sheamus had a good match. To be honest, I actually saw better matches after WrestleMania. I don't think WrestleMania was great this year. I don't think it even lived up to the potential and the hype that everyone else is saying. I mean, you got a pretty good opening match. The main event was pretty good, but for me, the rest of the show wasn't much. I've never seen such a dead crowd for Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. I thought that was a disgrace. I don't think the fans give a shit. It was one of the worst Undertaker matches we've seen in recent years. Um, I honestly don't think it's as good as people have said. People said one of the best WrestleManias, top five, top 10. I totally disagree. I think 26 is better. I think 24 is better. You could say 23 is better, 22, 21, 20, all better shows. Could argue even 25 better show. I really don't think it's up there. I think 28 is a better show as well. I don't think 29 was that good, really. There's problems with 28 with the Hell in a Cell, but, you know, there's just so many opportunities missed. Like Cesaro, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and now where is he now? He's in the title match, but has he got a chance of winning it? Probably not, because Cena or Orton is probably going to win it. It's the same shit that we see over and over and over again, and this is why me and Dalyxman really clashed heads, because he thought I was just being negative all the time on the product, and I was really just trying to be realistic in my approach to what I was saying. Maybe it just came across negative, but it's really, wrestling has drove me to like resent it at times, because it's like, this is something I grew up and loved, and I went away from it in my teenage years, like in my late teenage years, and tried to get back into it like 2006, 2007, and it was still a lot better than watching the shit that we have to watch today. Really, um, since it's gone PG, it's just lost all its edge appeal. There's no characters really being built up. Everyone's fed to Cena. No one could get higher than Cena. They're portraying Cena as the top guy, trying to portray him as the best of all time. Orton is as stale as shit. He needs to change his character up totally. There's so many problems, but in saying that, there is some great. I fucking love the Usos. I think they're a great tag team, a cracking tag team, a cracking babyface tag team. High energy, fast pace, good look, good moves, good entrance. They've got a good package about them. Imagine if they were back in the Attitude Era, or back in the fucking Ruthless Aggression era. They would have been a top tag team. You could have had some great matches with them and Eminem, or the Hardys, or whoever you wanted, but London and Kendrick. But I just feel like that division's kind of going downhill as well. We've lost a lot of tag teams in the past couple of months as well. But I'm not saying that the product's bad. It's bad to average. You'll get some good stuff. You have some good things in the product, but it just doesn't take enough of those good things. I actually thought that what they've done with Vicky Guerrero and Stephanie was quite good. The puke thing last week was actually funny, I thought. And I thought the opening segment, I didn't see the rest of it, I only saw a little bit, but that was good. But if they just do more things to hook you in, I think Stephanie's playing a pretty good role, but they need to do it more often, and it needs to be fresh. It needs to feel fresh every week. It doesn't have to feel like the same stagnant segment week after week after week, week after week after week, where we see the same format is always portrayed. We see the Authority come out, have some segment talking about this, that, and the other, rather than change up the segment, make it more exciting, make it more fresh, or something. I mean, I know back in the day we might have seen similar openings where it might have been Austin opened the show a lot, or Vince opened the show a lot, but at least we saw like some kind of different action that was happening every week. All we get to see is Triple H or Stephanie McMahon cut a promo for like 15, 20 minutes, and it just gets boring, or like Orton gets involved. Um, I honestly think it's way too soon for the Shield to let go and be split up. I think that could have waited till SummerSlam, possibly even later, maybe down the year, in the fall time perhaps. But the whole thing is, like, Dalyxman thinks that I'm this like negative wrestling fan who doesn't want to see good wrestling. The thing is, I do want to see good wrestling, but what I'm getting, I can't watch TNA. I think that's just gone to shit. I got excited with Ring of Honor about 3 or 4 years ago. I saw some really good stuff out of it, but looking back, it was good, but it wasn't the real wrestling that I grew up on. The wrestling I grew up on was characters and stories, good in-ring action, good mic work, good promos, good all of that stuff. The pyro, it's just the whole spectacle of the thing, and we're missing it in other promotions. Definitely, we're definitely missing it in WWE as well. I mean, you watch a Ring of Honor match, it's high impact, high thing, but some of the matches, and WWE is now guilty of doing this at WrestleManias, that they just come out and do these Ring of Honor style Undertaker matches or other main event matches where they just have countless kickouts, 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 and it's just not realistic. So, but anyway, back to the point. Me and Deluxe Man, have clashed heads several times about um, my opinion on wrestling. Now, he just made a video. Well, actually, he made a video there a week or two ago apologizing to WWE. Now, you're on the payroll, fair enough, but you're not like a top end player where you're making serious money. So if you're not personally happy with a wrestling show, you should be able to state your opinion on YouTube. That shouldn't affect what work you're doing for WWE. The work you're doing is making mashup videos. Unless you're doing other things for WWE, I don't know. Because I have noticed in the past 6 months to a year that every time you tweet, you're promoting them in some way, like hashtags and stuff like that, and at WWE or at a certain wrestler. So I don't know if you're trying to be doing a PR thing for them. Fair enough, but you can't even come across with your own opinion now. If you thought a show was dreadful, you should be able to get on YouTube, have a rant about the show, have the rant in the title, this show for Raw was dreadful. The work you're doing is mashups. Now, obviously, the mashups have been entitled with your name. Now, if it was just mashups and they didn't put your name in, maybe they won't have as much of an issue of you coming on YouTube and making your own voice, your own opinion, and everything heard. But the thing is that I just don't think you're the same guy. It's like you've lost your identity a little bit. You had to come on and apologize. Who told you to do that? Really? Did someone actually physically tell you, or whatever, verbally tell you to come on and actually apologize to WWE? Really? Is the money that good that you're making from WWE so life changing that you're making thousands upon thousands? If that's the case, then fair enough. Because at the moment, I'm not working, and I would gladly take thousands off WWE and do anything for a bit of money at the moment, personally. But I just think like it's wrong that you had to apologize to WWE. And now another video, like I watched today. I do watch your videos mostly. I might not comment on all of them. Sometimes you comment back, but I just think your ego's gone to your head a bit. I mean, me and you don't talk on Skype anymore. You actually got rid of me on Skype because I said hello one day, and you're like, "Oh, why are you messaging me?" And just trying to have a conversation, But you think it's just all negative with me when it's not. I actually went out and spent money to get the network. I've done other things. I'm trying to keep into wrestling, but really, it's gone to like my third or fourth passion. I consider soccer and poker and video games above it at the moment, but I still try my best to watch documentaries, watch other things. I actually like Total Divas, so I don't hate wrestling totally, but WWE has really put me off the product a lot, and a lot of it's down to the direction, the booking, Cena, and a few other things. But you made a video today about your own star rating system. Now, I'm asking you the question now, and I'm not trying to sound malicious, but why do you get the right to make your own star rating system? Like, you just came up with all these weird names that don't even make sense. Like Outcast and Faceless. What the hell is that? A 2-star match is faceless. It's just a bad to below average match or a bad match. It's okay. Or a 1-star match is a dreadful match. 3-star is like, you know, a good match, just a good match. 3.5 very good. 4 is a great match. 2.5 average. 5-star classic. 4.25, 4.5 amazing. And then 4 3/4 is just version and amazing and a classic legendary match. But it's just a weird star rating system, and it feels like your ego's got a bit to you. I just didn't really like it particularly. I don't know what other people think, but they're entitled to their own opinion. I don't know. We just don't seem to see the same Dalyxman. It's kind of you sold out for WWE, and they're kind of telling you what to make videos on now, rather than you making your own identity. I mean, make your identity, but don't come up with these star rating systems. If you don't like the star rating system, fair enough. But just come up and say, well, 1 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 or this was good, bad, dreadful or whatever. You know. I mean, you pride yourself on bringing this other guy into your reviews, the casual wrestling guy or whatever he's called, and he's probably a wrestling fan who watches more than me now, then I don't watch much these days. I try and watch some pay-per-views, but it's really tough to sit through some of them. I mean, Shield and Evolution, they were some cracking matches they had on pay-per-view, but apart from that, like Wyatt Cena feud, Wyatt wasn't even put over, lost all his momentum now. So that guy probably watches more wrestling than I do. I don't watch Ring of Honor anymore. I haven't watched it in a good few years. I haven't watched TNA in a good few years properly either. Both don't appeal to me whatsoever, so you know, you're associating your guy who's called the casual wrestling fan, but what's happened to me now is casual wrestling fan as well. But I don't want this to sound like a rant. I just feel like where's the Deluxe man we knew from 4 years ago? Feels like he's lost now, lost in the shuffle. Seems like you've lost your identity, you've sold out. It's all corporate Deluxe man now. Um, you know, So we saw a lot more. I don't know. I think we saw more original content from you, like maybe a year or two ago, where you're making your own topic videos. But we just don't see that as much anymore. So, not trying to bash. These were just like general thoughts on WWE anyway. I'll come back and do a proper video down the line. But yeah, please comment, rate, and subscribe. This is Mr. Lucid LJ. Peace. Good luck. Bye bye.